Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a long run, so I'm out with Carla at the moment and oh god, just almost fell over there. Only about a mile in as well. So I'm out with Carla here and also Chris and James down there too. Carla has the Beachy Head Marathon coming up in 2 weeks now, and Chris down there on the right, who's walking up this hill at the moment, he is doing the ultra for the Beachy Head events, which they're introducing just this year. So we've come out today to do a bit of a recce run for Carla and Chris of the final part of the Beachy Head ultra slash marathon, which goes over 7 Sisters. So we're going to be running over that today, getting in some decent elevation, probably doing about 16 miles in total, kind of an up and a back. In terms of my own running, so I won't be running the Beachy Head Marathon. I'm going to be going along to support people there on the day, capture some of it as well, so that'll be coming up on the channel in a couple of weeks time. And otherwise I am turning my attention this week to my next race, which is coming up in October, 26th of October, and that will be the Copthorne 50 miler. So I'll say a bit more in terms of how I've been preparing and training for that a little bit later on in the video, but first let's get some running done. So there's 7 Sisters just out in the distance there, so that's what we're going to be running over. So yeah, the 7 hills there. There's actually 8 now, I've been told, because of cliff erosion, but they haven't yet changed the name to 8 Sisters. I guess it doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but yeah, we're going to head off over there and then we'll be going over the 7 Sisters up there. Oh, friend's back again. So how are you feeling about Beachy Head Marathon? Got that coming up 2 weeks now. What are your thoughts?
Looking forward to it though, but just a little bit worried. I don't want to be feeling like how I did in the Brighton trail marathon, where I felt quite sick really early on. But hoping it'll be pretty much like this weather, but a bit cooler would be better. Oh look, there's James. I better catch up. Bye.
So as I mentioned earlier on, the next race I've got coming up is the Copthorne 50 miler, organised by Canary Trail Events, and it starts off around Dorking, so not too far from Box Hill, a place called Mickleham Village Hall, and it's going to be 5 10-mile loops. So there are different options available on the day for distances. You can do a 50k, a 50 miler, 100k or a 100 miler. So I've gone for the 50 mile option, and the thing that's going to make this a real challenge, I think, is the elevation. So it's going to be 11,000 feet of elevation in total, which is roughly double the elevation of the previous 50 mile I did earlier this year. So my training is very much going to focus on getting elevation in. I've got about 8 weeks now, including the week that I've just done of running, and I very much want to get in some decent elevation, decent hills. I have also ordered some running poles, so I've never used running poles before, but I got the dispatch confirmation earlier this week from Harrier Trail Running, and I've got some of their Helvellyn Pro carbon poles coming in the post, hopefully in the next few days. So I'm going to be trying those out in the coming weeks, seeing how I get on with them, and then deciding if I'm going to use them come race day as well. In terms of other things switching up the training, my plan is firstly to make sure that I'm doing my speed a bit more on trail. So rather than doing intervals on road or going to the track, I wanted to be doing more speed on trails, kind of over longer distance this time. And I'm also going to be making sure I do my strength and conditioning, a couple of sessions a week, and then also, aside from that, having 1 sea swim a week too, which will get slightly trickier as it gets colder. Haven't got a wetsuit, so I tend to just go in my rash vest, so kind of a layer to go over the top, and my shorts and a hat. So it might get a bit colder, but I'm going to try and make sure I have at least one swim in there a week. So that's really the plan. You know, up until this point I've been focusing on my first 50 miler early this year, so in May, doing a 5k and 10k PB, and then this will be my final goal for the year, so trying to do a 50 miler, but this time with a lot more elevation, and that'll be my last race to conclude 2022. Hello. Right, so we finished our run. We're back along Seaford now. Might have a dip in the sea in a moment actually, but before that, importantly, I've brought some crumble along, so about to have some homemade crumble. Someone actually brought in a load of apples to my work this week, and I thought I would take advantage of those and then make some crumble out of it. So good post-run nutrition here. Chris, here is your crumble.
Oh, thank you.
Do you like the box?
Okay,
Selected especially for you, a unicorn cap.
It's got a double quality of that.
So James, what's the verdict on the crumble?
It was very good. It's just what I needed, a huge sugar rush.
Do you recommend crumble on runs? Or maybe not on runs, end of runs?
Yeah, time on feet, top tip. Crumble after the end of every long run.
Does that mean I'm going to have to make a crumble every time we do a run?
It looks like it.
Right, so we're ending today's run with a dip in the sea. Lovely way to end it, nice way to cool down. And yeah, it was a really good run out there on Seven Sisters today. All about to get taken out by a wave. So yeah, that was our run done for today. I'll put up on the screen how we got on. And that is the first week of 8 done in terms of Copthorne 50 training. So yeah, good week overall. Put up my total for the week, done about 50k I think in the end. Some decent elevation, about 5,000 feet in total. And over the coming weeks I'm going to be trying to up my elevation and also up the distance a little bit, but very much focusing on the elevation over the coming weeks. So thanks for tuning in everyone, have a good week, enjoy your running, and I'll see you all in the next one.